Welcome back, everybody, to the Arizona Cardinals Madden 19 Rebuild franchise. One of two episodes coming your way today, so stay tuned for more. But today, we have the 8-2 Cardinals, and I think I want to watch this Seattle game. I believe this is one of the only somewhat interesting games left on the schedule, and then next episode, I assume it'll be the playoffs, but we'll see what happens today. Now, last episode, Walker Onobun was the player that made sure 2 episodes would be posted today. And now I'm wondering, just how easy is it to let a player like him walk? That was a legendary performance. Handing out this contract now might be tough, but if I go to the end of the season today, I am running out of time to do this at all. I already know that negotiating with LaMarcus Russell, Marquise Walters, and kind of this range of overalls is going to not really get me anywhere today. I know I'm already kind of worried about our cap situation for next season, so giving out more contracts right now doesn't exactly sound great, but I'm not against negotiating if we have the wiggle room later. It's just, will we? Let's get to some upgrading today, and it's to a bunch of backup players. Tyree Stevenson is a pass rusher. Still has a pretty fast XP growth rate here, it looks like, or level up growth rate, because he's in his second season. Stevenson, 80 overall with 87 finesse. I like that when players are kind of specialized like this, because his overall would be higher if his power move were higher. But that wouldn't necessarily make him a better pass rusher because finesse is the way to go with him. Now we're going pass protector with Sterling Lang. He has to get better in that department and does, but now his XP gain needs are really high. Backup corner, Rashawn Baker. You never know when you get your chance. We saw Craig Starks a couple episodes ago get his chance to make an INT. And safety, Camdrin Mallet gets a nice zone upgrade here. Alright, I think we are about ready to take on Seattle then. I'd just like to take a look at their roster and their quarterback they're building around. I believe we saw Malcolm Schmidt once as a rookie. Now he's in his second season, an 83 overall player, still developing as the 22nd ranked quarterback in the NFL. And he's put together a really good season so far, seeing 16 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. Still kind of getting sacked a lot, but a higher quarterback rating, slightly higher completion percentage. We'll see what he does today. What kind of playmakers are currently out here in Seattle? Gordon Martin. All right. So there was obviously me wanting a running back last year. I could have taken Martin, but part of why I didn't is because he's 24. And if you're going to be 24, you need some truly elite ratings or an elite development if you're really going to go far in your career. Martin is really powerful, though. And these ratings probably haven't developed very much this season. And they could give us some problems. We'll see. Dalton Patterson's now a 91 overall. I'm not sure if he's always been that good or always had star dev, but he's definitely one of their better playmakers. He's played well against us, and don't even bother with the short routes. He'll go downfield and make all kinds of plays. 96 speed, 95 deep route running. He's going to be a problem at some point today. And yeah, I bet he didn't start out with star development. I'm assuming that was earned somewhere here at the end of his rookie contract. That's a really cool growth here for his career. I always like those less typical career arcs here in Madden when things break the mold. Chucky Easy, they took him this year, and he's a speedy receiver who can go downfield as well, so I think I know what this offense wants to do. At tight end, there's Charles Duff, who's aging quite a bit in this series. And the offensive line, yeah, not very good. Tyson Drake, a 90 overall 24-year-old superstar end. All right, there's Shedrick Easton, who's only 22 and 84 overall. This team's got a nucleus, that's for sure. They're definitely going to grow into a strong team, I feel. And I also feel that the Rams are going to be falling behind now for a while. So with that, everybody, let's get into today's game, and then we'll get to the end of the year. More NFC West action today. For a while we took a break from these games, but now it's really one of the most competitive seasons we've seen in this division for quite a long time. To see 3 teams still in the race is not exactly normal. But here we are. Walker Onobun, what's he gonna do today? 3 touchdowns again? Interested to see if the Raiders won again. I wonder if they'll just continue winning this year. But it's Seattle football here with Patterson into Graffin Reed at the top. Martin motions all the way outside. An interesting opening look. And underneath with room to run. First down, Seattle. That's actually like the kind of play I could see a team using on the opening play too. That looks like a scripted deal. Now they're going to keep it on the ground. And can we stop the power of Gordon Martin, who gets 12 yards? Coming off a 65-yard performance, putting up adequate numbers, nothing too outrageous. They hand it off to Martin again. Good fill made by Ahmad Burns. He'll have to step it up today against the run. We always talk about Burns against the pass. Well, today I think run defense is going to be pretty critical. As far as these receivers, they're probably going to be doing their damage primarily where the linebackers aren't even part of the equation. And hey, the Rams won. They're no longer winless. Come on, Green Bay. I would have actually wanted you to win that game probably. You know what? I don't want the Rams to have the #1 pick, so that's good for them. On the outside, open again. Morton falls ahead. First down. The Texans bounce back after a really down season last year that kind of came out of nowhere. Every team seems to have one of those every now and then, besides the current Patriots dynasty anyway. A down year for the Patriots was Matt Castle helping them win, 11 games, and they just got unlucky to not make the postseason. 34-yard line now. Schmidt over the head as they have really tried to involve Martin on this early possession. Here's 3rd and 9 now. Schmidt's got time to go deep with it. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's exactly what worried me about this game, where they get those big chunks. Well, that play looked easy, and that's a touchdown for Chucky Easy. Ooh, Chicago got a big win there to beat the #1 team in the NFL, the Jets, in their house. Cardinals take over now, and we're going to open. Jason Lemon has returned from his injury, and he gets 3 yards. And he's coming off a performance, his first since his injury, which he didn't miss much time, but he had nearly 200 all-purpose, a touchdown on the ground, a touchdown in the air, and we're pretty much at full strength now. Lemon carries again and won't get far. By the way, if there was any important feedback from last episode, I have not yet posted that one. I'm getting these episodes ready to go here, so I haven't read that yet. There's Bradley Young out toward the 50-yard line. I prefer that as opposed to all the drag routes he ends up running. Maybe I don't know, like the slot is so good for simulating, but I wonder if like in game, it's best to keep Young outside more often, where he almost never lines up. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Lemon, and a nice start for this Seattle run defense. Ooh, Bay Area game down below. Oakland lost to San Francisco, keeping them just 1 game behind us. I don't know if Week 16 is going to matter. I came into this episode wanting to do this game because I didn't think the Week 16 game would matter. We'll just have to see. 3rd and 7 now, just inside Seattle territory. Good pocket, good throw, and catch. It's Onobun. Now working in field goal range. Unger, he's going over the middle, and a good catch made by Bradley Young. Split backfield now. It's Samuda and King in the game. And J-Dub finds the open man. He's been pretty sharp this season. Marching down the field, here's Unger. Compact pocket, open Onobun, and the Cardinals are inside the 10. Single coverage there at the top. It's a screen. Oh, threw it right to him. Now Onobun is the motion man from the 8. Unger's chase left, and not much to do there. That was such an awkward animation with Unger going down. We only lost 5, though. I guess it could have been worse. All right, 3rd and goal from the 13. Unger, intercepted. It's triple coverage on Walters. What else was going to happen there? Seahawks take over. All right, Seattle off to a good start. They've given us some real issues in this series, especially the last stretch where we cared about our games with them. Arizona now takes over at the 1 after a 3-and-out. And we're starting to get somewhere here with Ollie Kitchens. At our own 30, now Gutierrez on back-to-back plays. Intercepted twice. Now it's Reeves. J-Dub has really cleaned up the interceptions at times, but today not so much. Seattle back in business, and they make it 10-0. All right, we got to start getting things on track here. A loss keeps San Francisco just a game back, which keeps that head-to-head important. We control our own destiny right now, but if San Francisco is able to keep it 1 game and then get to that head-to-head, it'd be the biggest game of the season by far. 2nd down for J-Dub over the middle, and Kitchens lost in a 3rd straight turnover for Arizona. This is not what I had in mind today. Come on, what a meltdown. 3 straight mistakes on offense. Thankfully, they don't do much. Marcus Sullivan gets a sack, which might give him the team lead now. Bradley Young dropped the ball. That's not normal, but he comes back with 25 yards. Come on, move the ball this time. Young for 10, 3 for Lemon, 21 for Walker Onobun. All right, we're in business again, and Lemon keeps it moving. Kitchens for 12. Let's go. Ollie Kitchens staying busy and redeeming himself after that fumble. Seattle football, they're going play action. Malcolm Schmidt's got plenty of time, and perfect touch, but Russell knocks it free. Nice play. I just realized Paul Durr isn't on the Vikings anymore. I believe he's now on Atlanta. Atlanta lost Raymond Garcia, and I just saw Durr on the ticker down below. So there has been a little quarterback change here in the series. 3rd down now for Seattle. Let's get this ball back before halftime. Come on. Seattle 3rd and 5. And that pass is caught on the outside. Another play action. A lot of time for Schmidt. That is incomplete. Good coverage. Come on, I want a 2-minute drill here. Schmidt. Oh, how was that caught? That had to have been knocked away. Now it's a draw and room. Martin falls ahead. I'm worried about some of those truck sticks he might unleash. Inside a minute 20 now. Seattle does have a lot of time to work with, and another open look to the outside. Pretty disappointing start, I'd say, for our pass defense. We're not getting Schmidt rattled whatsoever, and we're only contesting some of these throws. I know we can't contest all of them, and I guess they're at 50%. I just have high standards of this team. 2nd down for Seattle. That'll be caught. They have to move the ball about 6 millimeters here for a 1st down. And they're going spread. I like it. Will they keep it on the ground, though? That'd be the smart approach, perhaps. Nope. Going for it all and knocked away. Aaron Howell not trying to be the hero, not trying to make a top 10 play. He just gets his hand on it. And they punted. Interesting choice. That would have been, what, a 50-yard field goal from that spot? We'll take it to the 2nd half, though. Arizona has possession. The 2nd half is underway, and we'll start with Jason Lemon. Blockers lead, and we only got a few yards. 2nd and 6. This pass over the middle goes to Kitchens, who's going to fight for some extra yardage. Unger's been pretty good, minus the turnovers, but isn't every quarterback at the end of the day? In today's NFL, everybody's getting the yards for the most part. It's just whether or not you're making the mistakes to go with it. 10-7, and we'll try to run, but that's actually been really difficult. We've seemed so afraid to, like, stretch the field, though. We're good. Just try it. Unger 3rd and 7. There's a strike, and it's caught. Ollie Kitchens. How many is that? The answer is 7 for 72 and a touchdown. Already a full day's work. Now Unger. Plenty of time. Outside again. Onobun contested. Now we line up tight. Mesh again. Floated. Caught! Onobun not going to be denied this time. That was impressive. Now at the Seattle 25. We'll try Lemon again, and there's just nothing. 11 for 28. This is like year 3 Jason Lemon numbers here. So let's try to move the chains. 3rd down. Unger, that's caught inside the 10. And that time Onobun from the opposite side of the field. Now trying to take this lead. Samuda checks in. Unger, touchdown! Bradley Young. That'll put the Cardinals in front. And it's 14 unanswered for the Redbirds. There we go. It's been a good recovery from the bad start. But now Seattle trying to work down the field. Chucky Easy got him across the 50. Now a flag. And they'll make it to the red zone with Gordon Martin, who moves the chains. Marion DeGraff and Reed. And then Martin punches it in. Looks like it'll be a very close finish. This drive going nowhere fast is a 3-and-out. Good punt, though, by Evan Mann. And we'll make it to the 4th quarter now. We'll sim this possession of Seattle's. There we go, Howard Iwabima. That's big time. 3rd down. Oh, 12 of 13. And now Arizona ball. 3 receivers in the game for Arizona, and Unger to a flying Gutierrez makes the catch. Now we're going empty here, opening things up, and Unger's got a strike right on the money. And look who made the catch. It's Jason Lemon. They've bottled him up in the backfield, so we say it's time for him to line up somewhere else. Let's keep going empty. I like the idea. Lemon 5 catches, 48 yards. That one sets us up in Seattle territory. And that ball is intercepted off the tip. Come on, that one's just unlucky. Kind of. He was right there for a perfect deflection. The interception made by Steven Gibson. And here's Unger trying to go over Gibson, who gets caught looking the other way. And yeah, it's deflected here by 21, Leach. And look at the perfect tip to Gibson. Oh, man. A good tip drill gives Seattle the football. And this is crunch time here. They already lead. And how often do you win the game losing the turnover battle for nothing? Not very often. Surprisingly, play action. Schmidt all day. Sideline open. Come on, guys. This is not going to cut it. I assume we'll see a lot of Gordon Martin here down the stretch as they try to run this clock out. We'll see him here. Good stop. That time it's Marcus Sullivan. Consecutive runs. Now Iwabima. That's more like it. But remember, this is a team that's actually built to convert 3rd and 12s. Can't say that about too many teams. It's 3rd and 12, and how about that effort? Jarvis Salisbury. It was a defensive lineman every play saving this possession. And that also takes them out of field goal range. Although they might not have been in field goal range at all because they punted on a 50-yard attempt. So now 4.5 to get at least 3. All eyes on J.W. Unger as he tries to lead our offense down the field. We've been one-dimensional all day, but that one dimension might be enough to win. From the 19, we're going short for Gutierrez, and he hangs on to the ball. Now it's motion and a big 3rd and 6. Unger swings it to the sideline, and Lemon could not stay in bounds. And we're definitely punting after that. So putting even more pressure on this defense against a team that I just don't feel that comfortable playing against. I really respect this offense. It's hard to have much confidence when we haven't rushed the passer that well, but now it's shifting to a running game, you'd assume. And we did pretty well last possession defending that. So here is Martin, and a perfect play by Vaughn. Now they're going to run the stretch, and we're right there to make that play. It's someone different every snap. Now it's Wallace. There we go. All right, 3rd and 10. We get that bunch look. They're throwing. Schmidt protected, and got it for a first. Over the middle, they got the big chunk of yardage out to their own 43, and that'll take us to the warning. From the 43, Martin again. Bottled up, and that time Russell. Again to the middle, and we're all over it. But it's all about getting off the field on 3rd down. Can we do it, everybody? We've got to stop him here or it's over. And Martin, wow! That's the play we couldn't make. And the Seattle Seahawks are going to hand us a big loss here in Week 12. Wow, that was a horrible game. We started poorly, then we bounced back, turned it over 4 times, and the Seahawks are going to win. That's pretty bad. We should not have lost that game. Well, we deserved to the way we played, but just like our team compared to their team, we got to win. That was awful. Maybe that was just our late season wake-up call. We had won a million games in a row. But 3 picks for J-Dub, 331 yards. Schmidt didn't do anything too impressive, but he didn't make mistakes. Martin had 3.4 a carry and had his most important on the last play. Not the last play of the game, really, but the last meaningful play anyway. Gutierrez, 9 catches. Kitchens had 7. And we just could not get it done today. Alright, well, back to the drawing board now in Week 13. I just wanted to show you guys one more player. This is an interesting corner class. It's really deep in the middle of this draft, and I found another good player in my last round of scouting. Percy Ashley. B-zone, C+ press, and it's always nice to get awareness in there in the top 3, especially at a position like DB, because you only want a few ratings to be high, and knowing that awareness would already be pretty decent, I think gives Ashley a really good place to start on day 1, and we have to find somebody that can probably play early. There's a big win for us as we get back on track against a pretty good Kansas City Chiefs team. And J-Dub did not throw a pick this time. Looks like Mahomes did attempt to pass against his former team. 2 interceptions and 2 sacks for the defense. And you'll see Duran Samuda got a lot of work. JT King as well. I saw there was a new injury. I haven't checked it yet, but I think we already know it's got to be the Jason Lemon. Sergio Offord even scored a touchdown today. Ono Bun for 116. Martavis Caldwell. Oh man, against us. It was fun having him on this team. I should check out his stats. Although I wish it showed team next to the stats, because it's hard to remember exactly how many years it's been since we saw players and everything. 2 picks for Holiday, and probably an injury now that I'm a little worried to check on. Oh, Holiday had a pick 6 too. He's the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And now, what's the news regarding Jason Lemon? He is out for quite some time, likely until the postseason, might even miss a couple of those weeks. Dislocated ankle, which means our first round pick, Duran Samuda, is really going to get a chance to shine. 280 overall players are upgrading today. Stephen Harding is up first, the veteran center / guard. I think I want to go pass protector with him. He's currently 25 years old and now an 81 overall. And then Marcus Sullivan, who has had a pretty good year. Not necessarily a Joey Bosa season, but it is his first year really starting. And so far this year, we've seen Marcus Sullivan get 7.5 sacks, which is really respectable. We're obviously going to go speed rusher with him, focus on his strength, but I think that he could have a long career on this team if he shows that double-digit sack upside. I also feel like Sullivan has a chance to be really good based on watching the games a lot. He seems to be a step or two away a lot. He's generating some disruption without getting sacks, so I feel like his future is going to be pretty bright. Explain that one. 28-6? Josh Rosen, angry. 3 touchdowns against his former team. Wow, what happened? This team isn't even any good. But Duran Samuda, 63 yards on the ground. In the air, no real standouts at all in this game. And then defensively, probably not much to look at here. Burns did have a sack, but we scored 6 points in a game. 6 points. So that puts us a game ahead of Seattle. And we've already played them twice and lost to them twice. So they own the tiebreaker. We're only a game separated now. We shouldn't barely beat a team like the Rams, but we at least got the win, 30-28. Defense giving up a lot of yards and points right now. J-Dub, 1 touchdown. 1-1 for Goff. While Duran Samuda is not really running that well in the absence of Jason Lemon. King's getting a lot more work because now there's more than one running back at the top of every spot on the depth chart. We have Young go for $112, Ono Bun for 89, pretty good days for them. And on defense, probably not going to be much here after giving up all those yards and points, but Holiday got another interception. Seattle also lost, so all we have to do is win one of these final 2 games, and we are division champs once again. Let's do some upgrading now. We have 2 high overall starters, including Gilbert Vaughn. His ratings are really solid. We don't really see him get the sack production very much, though. We'll check his numbers here, as that's his boost today. But he's still a solid player, and he's under contract for a few years with us. But yeah, 5 is his career high, and he's under contract for quite a while. So hopefully we have more pass rush production in the future, but I don't know if we're going to. Obviously, we're hoping for big things from Bradley Young for the rest of his career. He's under contract now for quite a while. That's so many ratings. +3 run block and everything. Young is no longer a star dev player. He's only quick, but he's basically done his developing. Now he's just got to produce. I've lost count. How many years in a row have we won the NFC West now? Because we just won it again. Big win over San Francisco. This is more like it. But it's also strange to have 163 yards and 4 touchdowns. I'll take it though. Samuda for 73. We had Trey Brackenridge get 7 catches against us. Ono Bun, Kitchen, Samuda all score in the air. And on defense, lots of tackles here for Frank McFadden. We had a sack for Burns, Vaughn, Andy Wabima, plus a split sack here. And interceptions for Barton and Cosby. All right, so we know for sure. Home playoff game coming our way. Now it's all about that first round bye. 12-4 should secure that. Yes, we get to upgrade our punter. I think I want to go accurate because I see too many 39-yard punts in the simulating. And how come Ahmad Burns is here instead of the punter? All right, Ahmad Burns, you want your upgrade? Okay, you're up next. Field General at 87 overall. Awareness, tackle. That's pretty much all run defense right there. And there are the archetypes down below. Looks like he's a scheme fit. Perfect. Could we see Craig Starks get some more chances here in the near future? Well, the coverage instincts get a little better today. He's only in his 2nd season, so we'll be patient. And still a little ways away from seeing Jason Lemon back on the football field. I want to go power back today for the first time in a while. Haven't done this. +4 trucking. What are you going to do with that, Jason? I can't wait to find out. We lost to the Vikings. How? This team all of a sudden became a roller coaster ride at the end of the year. We couldn't decide if we wanted to be a good team or not. All right, we lose again, finishing 11-5 on the season, and we are going to have a first-round bye. I've already seen that. Onobun scored. Not really interested here in these stats after another bad loss, but we are 11-5, and the rest of our division kind of slumped as well. Like, we were basically a mediocre team here in the end of the year, but the Seahawks and 49ers, they finished 8-8 and 8-7-1. I'm not even sure they're going to be in the postseason at all. The Bears get the top seed, and we were lucky enough to be the only other 11+ win team in the NFC. The Bucks were right there, but they'll play on Wild Card Weekend, as will the Titans, Texans, Jaguars. The Saints are back after an absence, and the Seahawks return as well. This is actually pretty good though, because the Seahawks are the 6th seed, which means they'll have to play the 1 seed if they win their wild card game. I didn't want to see them again, and we're not going to next time. The doctors have cleared Lemon, by the way, but it's the wild card round, so it doesn't really matter. He'll be back, it looks like, for our next playoff game on Division Weekend. Wait, a new injury? No one ever told me about this. A new injury to who? JT King. Whoa, Achilles tear! Haven't seen that before to one of my players. That is nearly a calendar year. Wow, King's gonna miss this year and next year as well. Looks like we have some yearly awards to check out. Russell Parks of the Steelers is the NFL MVP. Coach of the Year, Roy Place of the Jets, who took off this season in a big way. And for the NFC awards, Bryson Anthony, Offensive Player of the Year. Very close for J-Dub, but not quite. Derek Baca on defense. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Gordon Martin beats out Duran Samuda at the same position. Wow, that would have been nice to get that award, but I wasn't even expecting it. Defensive Rookie of the Year is Nate Griffith. Best quarterback is J.W. Unger. All right. At running back, Dion Finney. At receiver, it was actually Walker Onobun. O-lineman, Raymond Snyder. Defensive line, Ben Page. Linebacker, Kevin Gonzalez. George McCall for DB. We were on a lot of these lists here, just not at the top of them. I was hoping to see somebody that would, benefit from a real boost in development, but doesn't appear to be the case. And just quickly scrolling through the AFC here to see if there's anyone that we recognize at the top, and not so much. And in our next playoff game, I'll be seeing you when we take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the former home of Walker Onobun and the new home of the NFC South champions. The Bucs have not been a great team in this series. It might be the first time we've ever seen them in the postseason. They're led by some good offensive linemen, George Rambo and Houston Malast. Aaron McDonald on defense. Harmon Conley at wide receiver. Rajan Spate, Josh McCarthy, only 24 years old. This is a pretty solid roster here, but they're pretty young, it looks like, at quarterback, as Hanson Back is ready for his first playoff game. He's an 83 overall West Coast quarterback without a very strong arm, so we shall see what he's able to do. This should be a fun matchup, though. It's nice to see a different team, one we're really not familiar with. Harmon Conley is their top wideout. When we traded for Walker Onobun, I think Conley was just in his second year or something like that. Not sure exactly, but solid ratings here, good possession wideout. And here are the playoff results. The Buccaneers defeated Seattle, so we know we're not going to deal with them again. We're already 0-2 against them, so that's good news. Washington wins, Houston wins, Tennessee and Joey Bosa keep going. So here's the second round schedule. Good matchups out there, and we'll see if we can move on. Next time, playoffs return here in the series. Oh, I better check on season stats. So J-Dub ends up with a very familiar stat line, 38 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. We'll do upgrading next episode. And the trend continues. Mid to high 30s in touchdowns. And then just a decent interception mark. About a 3-to-1 ratio most years. Very steady. Lemon's injury cost him a very good season. He was going to have, I think, career highs in a lot of categories. We had Duran Samuda get 3.5 yards a carry. Not as good as I would have liked there. In the air, Onobun took off 16 touchdowns, 1,251 yards. He outshined Bradley Young, but Young still got the contract extension. I guess it's a good thing to be young. Ollie Kitchens was very good as well. Gutierrez has some work to do, but I think that this is a solid first season. Samuda helped out in the passing game as well. How about sacks allowed? 7 from Isaiah Wynn, 5 for Turner Dye. And on defense, looking for double digits, we don't get it. 2 players at 7.5, another player at 7. Gotta step that up next year. And then Cosby and Holiday each had 4 interceptions. Not bad. All right, everybody, you know what's up next. Cardinals and Bucks in the playoffs. I'll see you all then later today. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave your feedback down below. Do you feel that with this weak finish to the season, the Cardinals are in trouble going into the postseason? Let me know, and I'll see you again later today. Have a great few hours until I see you again.